Welcome students, welcome again to my new lecture. I am Mohammad Tanbir Ahmed, lecturer at Department of Civil Engineering, World University of Bangladesh. In previous lecture, we have covered the design steps and design of pit latrine, and here we will discuss and design VIP latrine, that means ventilated improved pit latrine, and reed waterless earth closet, that means ROEC latrine. Also we will discuss here about the design considerations of least pore flush latrine. They are slightly improved on than simple pit latrine. First we need to introduce with the VIP latrine. VIP, ventilated improved pit latrines. This is improved pit latrines, commonly known as VIP latrines, are an improvement to overcome the disadvantages of the simple pit latrines. This is mainly the improved pit latrines and used to overcome the problems associated with pit latrines. The main problems associated with traditional simple pit latrines are fly and mosquito nuisance and unpleasant odors are effectively minimized by the action of a vent pipe, fly screen, and squatting over in the VIP latrines. That means an addition of vent pipe, fly screen to prevent entry of fly into pit, and by placing an improved squatting slab, a pit latrine can be converted into VIP latrine. Basic difference from other pit latrines. As said above, the VIP latrine is a form of pit latrine but improved from that. The basic difference of VIP latrine from pit latrine is that it requires a vent pipe and design should be such that it maintains continuous airflow. That means if we manage a vent pipe in a simple pit latrine and manage to supply sufficient airflow, a pit latrine may be converted into VIP latrine. This is the basic difference between VIP and other pit latrines. All the design considerations are same. And these are the figures of VIP and conventional pit latrines. These two are VIP latrines. This is single pit VIP latrine and this is twin pit VIP latrine, and this is conventional simple pit latrine. The only difference between these two latrines is that a vent pipe is added with the pit and which has made the pit latrine into VIP latrine. Also, a fly skin is attached with the vent pipe which prevents to entry fly into the pit. Design considerations of VIP latrines. The design considerations of VIP latrines and simple pit latrines are almost same. Design life of a VIP latrines may be in these two types. For single pit VIP latrine, design life should be at least 10 years, and for twin pit VIP latrine it may be 1 to 3 years. Pit dimensions. The cross sectional area of the pit should be less than and equal to 2 meter square to avoid cover slab with large spans. Example, that means this size may be used while VIP latrine serves single households, that means a single family. Pit dimension, that means diameter or length or width of the pit. It may be 1 to 1.5 as we have used in pit latrine. Dimension may be 1 to 1.5 meter diameter, that means pit may be in circular form, and also same 1 to 1.5 meter width, that means it may be also square. In pit latrine, a vent pipe is used. The vent pipe may be constructed with with PVC or brick material. The height of the vent pipe should be 500 mm higher than the roof if the roof is flat, and 500 mm above the highest point of the roof if the roof is sloping. That means if the roof is such kind, the height of the vent pipe should be 500 mm from highest point, that means from that point. Internal diameter enough to achieve a ventilation rate of 20 m3 per hour. If we fixed the pipe diameter, that means internal diameter, we will achieve this rate, that means 20 m3 per hour rate ventilation. The fixed diameter of the pipe may be, if we use PVC, the internal diameter will need to be 150 mm, and for brick material internal diameter need to be 230 mm. By constructing pipe with this diameter, a ventilation of 20 m3 per hour will easily achieved. Advantages and disadvantages of VIP latrine. First one, advantages. The major advantages of VIP latrine technology are as follows. We have seen the advantages of VIP latrine while reading the definition, and here just picked them in a systematic manner. First one, control of odor and insects. As in VIP latrine, a vent pipe is added and also a fly screen is added. This controls the water and fly nuisance. Then minimum health risk. As in VIP latrine, there is a control of odor and fly nuisance, so health risk will be minimum. Low cost. Its construction cost is low but slightly high compared to simple pit latrine, but it is more safe than simple pit latrine. Minimum water requirement. As there is no addition of flush technology, so water requirement is minimum here in this latrine technology. Twin pit latrine system offers a long-term solution. If we use twin pit latrine system, the longevity or design period of this system of this pit will increase. It's a normal process. And now disadvantages. The main disadvantages of a VIP latrine technology are as follows. Number 1, potential for groundwater pollution. This is common for all latrine technology except septic tank system. Then number 2, lack of space for relocating the pit in densely populated areas. In densely area, septic tank is the best option. A difficulty of construction in rocky and high water level. Now reed waterless earth closet, ROEC. The reed waterless earth closet, simply known as ROEC, is a variation on the ventilated improved pit latrine. That means this is one of the classification of a VIP latrine, but slightly different from VIP latrine. So what is the different? With ROEC, the pit is fully offset from the superstructure and is connected to the squatting plate by curved chute as shown in the following figure. That means in ROEC, the superstructure is offset and the pit is, that means pit is separated from offset, and pit and superstructure is connected by a squatting plate as or a curved chute. All other specifications are similar as VIP latrine. The only difference is that pit and the superstructure are offset, that means totally set in different position. This is the common difference between VIP and ROEC. This figure shows a ROEC latrine, and we can see the pit is totally separate or offset from superstructure. Here this is the chute, that means curved chute, and it collects excreta from this side and store to pit. And as like as VIP latrine, there is a vent pipe and a fly screen. Now advantages of ROEC. First one, larger pit can be used. As superstructure is offset from it, so pit can be constructed largely. Then pit can be easily emptied. This can be explained same as first one, as the superstructure is offset from the pit, so superstructure will not be damaged while emptying. Third one, people feel more secure when using the latrines, as there is no chance to drop into the pit, so why people always feel secure using this latrine. And last one, this is aesthetically more acceptable. Disadvantages. The ROEC chute easily become with excreta, that means easily become full with excreta, thereby providing a possible site for fly breeding and other nuisance. If we see this figure, this is ROEC chute. When excreta comes from superstructure to this pit, there may be stored some excreta with this chute, which may be a place for breeding of mosquitoes and also odor. So regular cleaning of the chute either by a long handle brush or by small amount of water is needed to avoid or to prevent the advantages explained in number 1. Then last one is potential for groundwater pollution, and this is almost simple, or this is common in pit latrine. Now let's design a pit latrine. A farmer excavated 1.5 meter into 2 meter into 2.5 meter, that means these are the 1.5 meter is width, 2 meter is length and 2.5 meter is depth. For construction of a room, which he now wants to convert into a pit latrine. Requirements or constraints are: water availability is limited, excreta cannot be seen through a squatting hole. We will discuss these 2 points while designing. Now design a suitable latrine and find design life for 6 persons. That means we have to design only the usable time, that means lifetime of the pit, as the pit is constructed first. The pit is to be constructed as a permanent one with brick lining. That means we have also to prepare lining in the pit so that pit soil may not collapse into the pit. Now come to these 2 points. First one is water availability is limited. That means while we will try to design this latrine, as the water availability is limited, so we cannot design it by considering a poor flush or flush latrine. So here simple pit latrine, VIP latrine or ROEC may be the suitable options. Now we have to find what one will be the most suitable amongst these 3. If we see the second option, excreta cannot be seen through squatting hole. So ROEC is the only one option which satisfies this condition, as the superstructure is totally offset from pit, so there is no chance to see the excreta through a squatting hole. So we need to design ROEC latrine to satisfy these 2 conditions. Design or solution. As said in question, water availability is low, so hence poor flush is not an option as water availability is low. Second option was excreta cannot seen through a squatting hole, so offset pit is required, as from offset pit excreta there is no possibility to see excreta from the squatting slab or squatting hole. the probable solution may be ROEC. That means if we use ROEC, the superstructure will be offset from pit. That means we will not see the excreta through a squatting hole, and also there is no necessity to design flush technology with this ROEC system. So if water availability is limited, it is also satisfied with ROEC latrine technology. So our suitable or our design solution will be ROEC. That means reed waterless earth closet. Lining is also required for ROEC. As said in question, the pit is to be constructed as a permanent way with one brick lining. That means we have to prepare lining. So keeping provision of 0.5 meter for pit lining, as while we discussed design procedure of simple pit latrine in our previous lecture, we have seen that lining thickness should be 0.5 meter. That's why we kept 0.5 meter for lining. Now pit volume can be calculated, as in question the dimension of the pit have stated. So multiplying these three items, we can easily calculate the volume of the pit. Pit volume V equal to 1.5, that means pit width, 2, that means pit length, and 2.5, this is pit depth. That are these dimensions 1.5, 2 and 2.5. From this dimension 0.5 meter has been deduced, as 0.5 meter has kept for lining materials. If we construct lining material, or if we keep lining on the pit with 0.5 meter thickness, so this 0.5 meter thickness will be deduced from the dimension. So 0.5 meter has reduced from these two dimension, and as the lining is not necessary in depth, so .5 meter has not deduced from depth 2.5. Finally we get volume V equal to 3.75 meter cube. Low groundwater table, said in question that groundwater table is low. Consider low groundwater table. So consider dry pit latrine, and in case of dry pit latrine, the solid accumulation rate C equal to 0.06 meter cube per person per year. And this is also stated in our previous lecture. Now again we can calculate volume of the pit by this equation, V equal to 1.33 C into P into N, and here V will be equal to 3.75 meter cube and C equal to 0.06 meter cube per person per year. P equal to number of persons 6. In these questions number of persons use this latrine is 6 persons, so P equal to 6. P equal to 6. N equal to design life. We have to calculate this N, value of N. Finally all these values are given, only N is unknown, and from this equation we can calculate N equal to 7.83 years or 8 years. So the family can use the excavated pit for 8 years only. The design process of VIP latrine, ROEC latrine and pit latrine are same. The only difference is that the superstructure will be totally offset from pit and a vent pipe should be placed, and vent pipe criteria has also discussed in previous slide. There is no need to design vent pipe, only use this vent pipe, and suitable one is use PVC material. And if we use PVC material, A diameter will be 150 millimeter. If we use brick material, diameter will be 230 millimeter, and height are stated here. Design of pits of pore flush leach latrines. Leach latrines. Leach has derived from the word leachate, that means infiltrate into soil. Leach pits for pore flush latrines have to be designed for storage and digestion of excreted soil, as well as infiltration of the liquid waste into surrounding soils. That means in pore flush leach latrines technology, the solid excreta will be stored in the pit, and the liquid waste has assumed to be infiltrated into the surrounding soil. The design for storage and digestion of solid is exactly same as for other pit latrines. Then that means design procedure will be same as pit latrines. To calculate only the dimension of the pit. Infiltration of the liquid effluent requires sufficient pit soil interface area depending on the long-term infiltration capacity of the soil. That means to completely infiltrate the liquid waste into soil, the water requires sufficient surface area to infiltrate. And this also depends on long-term infiltration capacity of the soil, which has also attached in the next slide in this lecture. Design steps for pore flush leach latrine technology. These are the design steps. First, we have to calculate the soil interface area for the infiltration of solid liquid wastes. To calculate the sidewall area, we have to use this formula: EI equal to Q divided by I, where Q equal to wastewater flow, Q equal to wastewater flow, and I equal to infiltration rate. And this Q varies generally from 5 to 20 liter per capita per day. And this wastewater flow depends on the number of users, frequency of flushing, flush volume, urine volumes, and amount of water used for annual cleansing. The pit volume can be calculated using this formula. Here, this one is the internal volume, Vi equal to pi d square by 4 into H. Considering the pit as circular, we know pi d square by 4 equal to the area of the circle, and H is the total depth of that circle. So if we multiply area and total depth, we can easily get volume. Here A is equal to height of the sidewall area, and it may be calculated by this equation: A is equal to EI divided by pi d. And if we substitute this value of H in equation 1, we get Vi equal to EI into d to the EI into d divided by 4. That means in this equation, if we substitute value of H equal to E1 AI divided by pi d, we will get this one. And finally, if we substitute value of AI from this equation, that means EI equal to Q by I here in this equation, we will finally get Vi equal to Qd divided by 4I. If we use alternating twin pit system, the effective volume of the pit may be calculated either this equation 2 or Vs equal to Cp into N. Equation 2, that means this equation. For twin pit system, we can calculate volume using this equation or this equation. Whichever is greater will be the volume of the pit. But if we use single pit pore flush latrine, the effective volume will be the summation of these two. Summation of this one and this one will be the effective pit volume for single pore flush latrine technology. And these are the values of long-term infiltration rate I, which I was said in previous slide. That means this value, this is the long-term infiltration rate I, and the value of I has shown in this slide, and it depends on types of soil. Here we can see these are the types of soil and these are the values of long-term infiltration rate. For sand soil the values are 50, and for compacted silty loam clay the values are 10. That means in sand soil infiltration rate is high, and if we constructed the pit in sandy soil, the pit efficiency will be highest. And that is the end of our today's lecture. Thank you everyone.